Excellent. Excellent. Do. Aye, aye. Excellent. Lovely. How are we all doing? There's like a nice little bit of delay and everyone can see my pants, which is nice. Great. One sec. Delish. Howdy. I just need to do one last thing. Sweet. Okay, great. Hopefully I can be heard okay. I think I can be. Yeah, I think I can. Sweet. I think I'm got a few heads popping in. Delish. Okay. Sweet. Hopefully everyone's got like a drink and they've enjoyed their clap for the NHS. And I'm just going to quickly grab my last thing. And then we are good to go. Great. Delish. Yeah. Just, start slow and move in. Get on from there. Wait, there's few hours saved. Oh my, the kind leaves from my face and rest in you from the city I take. That once they moved, but not remain. It's something new to let the world in. It's something new to let the world in. It's something new to let the world or us. Oh. I'm loose, without trace, without truth, and I'm leaving the meaning of what I'll be or do. It's something new to let the world in. It's something new to let the world in. It's something new to let the world or us. Nice, cool. Good evening, and to the few who are watching at home, and I hope you guys had a nice day. Nothing too crazy happened. I'm trying to think if I have any news. I don't really have any news. Kind of losing my mind doing other stuff and not this stuff. But yeah, hopefully we'll get through some really nice songs. Yeah, gonna keep playing. It was kind of like a bumpy. Thanks, Tom. It was kind of like a bumpy start because for some reason everything stopped working before this started, and then I was like, shit. This is like, what do I do? This isn't gonna work if none of the cables are going into the mics and the mics aren't working. So once that all got fixed, we can now enjoy it, and now I feel better, and now it's all right. But prior to that, I thought it was all going terrible. But yeah, I gotta stop saying that. This yeah. When I played the last one, which was the one 2 weeks ago, I think, it was mainly a bit of a barrage of stuff. And I guess I kind of thought it'd be nice to change the instrument and then do one final one next 2 weeks' time on piano. But we'll get into that now in like a bit. Let's get this one going. Sitting on my bed, remembering what was said, and this is the riff I play. You had your yellow skirt on, so it kissed your leg bones, and you couldn't speak my name. Two back to one, in the sweater I was done, with nothing left but the name. And you Takes me to Tower Bridge, Sally Hatchet and the kiss, and the night we cut our knees to say where we been. Celeste, it's a lover's part. Say out one last time for you and me, babe. Let's dance a lover's part. Sing out one last time for you and me, babe. I don't know now where you are, but you got my hands, my voice, and my knees. Let's dance a lover's part. Play out one last time for you and me, 'cause it's just me, it's just me, it's just me, babe. Sitting on my bed, remember what was said. This is the riff I play. Oh, lovely. Yes. Wants to know if you have a skylight. Yeah, we have a skylight. It's delish. It's really, really nice. I can't stop saying delish. It's because one of my mates just filmed me saying delish the last time I did this, and I keep saying it out of a habit. But yeah, we have a really beautiful skylight. It looks over, and it makes the room very warm to be in. Yeah, technicalities have all been sorted. We're relaxed. Things are good now. Start off a bit, but now we're good. Yeah, thank you so much again for watching these events. They're quite nice to do, and they're good practice because they're actually kind of, some ways they're easier than shows, and other ways they're harder because you don't really know how it actually sounds and stuff. But yes, the pieces played there was off the side B of the record, and then the next song is also off the side B. Yeah, it's quite a strange. Actually, I'd have to be completely frank. It's actually quite a weird week. One of a really great Irish promoter named Luke Leeson passed away. Either I think it was last night or the night before last, and it was really quite like and I found it out like about like an hour. I didn't put the two and two together because I was seeing some photos of like some bands that I kind of fell out of touch with through Insta, who were like putting up these like stories, and I was like, and yeah, Luke put on a lot of bands. I could have sworn he did some Toast Office stuff when we were in Dublin, and he was the booker at Sweeney's, So to give like context, the Irish recession was pretty boxy. It didn't really do very well for many people, and they didn't really enjoy it, obviously, because no one had a job. But for some reason, Dame Lane, which was where Sweeney's was on, was absolutely vibing. A lot of my close friends were playing there quite a lot, with like Blind Yakety, Rocket Surgery, like a few bands. And I did a little playlist link of some of these bands you should watch. They're not really playing anymore, but it's kind of like this nice little piece in time that's kind of forgotten, because I guess Irish music's become such a bigger thing now than it was 8 years ago. But yeah, it was really sad to see Luke had passed. And then Bewley's Cafe, which is where I played once, that's gone. And I was just like, for fuck. It's really sad. It's just one of those like, these things happen. But you just gotta wish them well in the next life, and hope no harm comes. The title of the album, it was "Darling is a Place, It's Not a Person." Some people I seem to write with just about the one thing pretty much all the time, but there's when I branched out, this was different. So this is the last track on the record, and it's on the side B of it, and this is called "In Cold Darling," and it's one of my favorite songs I've ever written, actually. Alright. I wonder if it sounds alright. Let's get a comms if it sounds alright before I start. If I need to sing louder or not louder. I don't think I need to sing louder. My voice is quite boomy. I watched the last one and it was like, my voice is too loud. Okay. Well, let's figure it out. Standing familiar places in the town that means too much, stepping over the footsteps I placed by the only river I trust. And though I've only got here, won't be here for long. And if I stay, be only for you. In the end, I know I'm wrong, 'cause I don't wanna grieve in the cold. 'Cause I don't wanna grieve in the cold. Cause I don't wanna grieve in the cold, darling, 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 in cold, darling, in the cold, darling, in the cold. Stay with it, I'm with it, but I won't be for long. Stay with it, I'm with it, but I won't be for long. Stay with it, I'm I'm with it, but I won't be for long. 'Cause I don't wanna grieve in the cold. 'Cause I don't wanna grieve in the cold. Cause I don't wanna greet in the cold, darling, in the cold, darling, in the cold, darling, in cold, darling, in the cold, darling, in cold, darling, in the cold, darling, in the cold. In the cold, darling, in cold, darling, in the cold, darling, in cold, darling, in the cold, darling, in cold, darling, in the cold, darling, in the cold. Thanks, Vic. Yeah, I gotta do one last thing. Well, not last thing. I got like a couple more, but I'm also gonna have a Guinness. And a tribute to the fact that don't spill them. I don't know if anyone's seen the videos on how you're supposed to pour a Guinness, but the Merry Wallopers have it down one way. So as I stand holding my Guinness, I'll entertain some chat. I always gassed about this because I've seen this more since the virus started, but I'm pretty sure dunking a can from a newsagent that could have been handled by anyone into your glass and dunking it in Guinness can't be a good way of like avoiding getting coronavirus. So but it's the best way for the Guinness to taste, so it seems like all Irish people just don't mind that one. Yeah, okay, now we're a bit more settled now. Literally. Yeah, hopefully everyone's alright. It's kind of weird. It's like a bit of a weird one because when you do these things, and you do like watch these performances. When I watched them when the lockdown had started, it was this really amazing thing. It was great. I watched the Courtney Marie Andrews shows, and they're just like the best things in the world. And then, but then there's also you always feel some days you're like really switched on and you're really engaged, and then other days it's just a bit harder to switch on. So unfortunately I'm having one of those days. I think it's probably because I was a little upset that the cafe that I bring my mum every Christmas had to close down, and that promoter in Ireland. But sure, that's life, I guess. But the flip side is I got a pretty decent tan. I look like I haven't been in England, and I got a pretty delish looking Guinness. Don't know if I need to bring that closer. Don't know if I'll ruin it. I mean, it looks pretty delish. pretty good. Like that's pretty good. And there's only 2 more tracks, so it's not going to be an all. I don't want to take up too much time of everyone's time. And also as well, the main crack is the show in 2 weeks' time as well, which can be quite good. Oh, Delhi, great! I hope everyone got to enjoy that Guinness. Oh, delicious. This next this next track is Took. So this piece in particular is I'll try not to waffle too long on this, but the this piece in particular took a very, very long time to write. This piece this took like 12 years to write. Like, this was a really, really long song, and there's loads of reasons for it. When I was quite young, I moved to France for a brief time, about a year and a bit, but then I was visiting like every second weekend at the time, and it was quite like an important time for me, because I grew up in South Dublin, and I grew up beside the sea, and for the most part I grew up in, like, we had nice food in the fridge and things like that. Like, my mum, God bless her, as a single mum who raised me, and she properly did the miles and making sure we were alright. No, it doesn't take 12 years to sing. And I'm going to stop this walking. But the short of it was, so when I was there and I was looking for a place to live in Paris, we stayed with this French family, and they were really, really nice. And for the life of me, I can't remember their name. But this gentleman he lived in this really, it was quite surreal. It was like his own 5, and the house is like raised, but it was like made like kind of like a caravan, but like lifted like a floor above. So you had to go up this like wooden steps, and you go into this house, and then in this house was just so many videos and DVDs, like insane amount, and just like the sweetest, loveliest family in the world. They let us stay with them for 10 days while we looked for apartments, and it was really, 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 really good. And they were really good to me in particular, because I was like nothing short less than an absolute spoiled brat by then. So it was really, really nice. When we got the final day, they had bought champagne, and it was quite nice. And like then this gentleman was showing me how like to write the date on champagne corks and keep them, and then there's like a habit I've kept like my whole life now since then. And why am I bringing it up? Because each period in life, there's a bit of a part that's added to the song. So the main part, which is this kind of like French motivic bit, is kind of, it was actually written about during the Paris attacks. There was this Frenchman who like wrote this letter to the Guardian, and it was kind of like, it was like a video. They posted like a video clip, and it was him and his son playing, and he wrote this beautiful letter about how much he like adores like how happy his son is, and despite everything that was going wrong, like his son's happiness completely defeated the point of making people feel afraid. And it was really amazing. And then that was where the verses come from. And then the bridge came from when Bowie died, which is like nuts. Because I only realized it today, like this song's just slowly connected to death, and it's like obviously not the best mic chat, but the bridge part, that was like really inspired by those kind of like, those ziggy like rising parts, and then the chorus was inspired by this is gonna get worse. The chorus is written at the time when I was recording a record in Killiney, where I'm in Dublin, in this like house that we stayed in. I was talking about the last time I played, and that was written at the time when my grandparents were really sick, and then I recorded it the morning of my friend's wake, who had died from cystic fibrosis, and I got to write him into it as well, and then rewrite the lyrics, got them getting rewritten, and it would. But when I hear it, I just think of all these instances in time. But if you listen to it, it doesn't sound like that. But what's kind of nice is I'm gonna delete this video after this one goes up, because I don't want anyone to know what the song's about. So this is just between me, close friends, that kind of stuff. So yeah, to the Frenchman, his son, to my grandparents, to Fergal, to I think that's everyone, to Luke. Yeah, it's kind of like a nice eulogy to all. Cut my hair in the mirror stands. Go to the market and buy our groceries then. And travel should evening or until your shift would end. Mercy. But now gods walk like us, linked 2 by 2. Shots in the narrow halls where I practice my vocal tunes. Worst of all, it's where we lost me or you, Mercy. 'Cause it's the parts of knowing, and I'm spirit holding, and I see no trace, I heed no warning. I can still see the face, but don't describe it, so don't you mind it, and I will mind it. And oh, won't you mind it? And oh, it's the ribbons by your face, it's the wealth of what we made. Now I'm in silent prayer, wish the parts I say, and I have no plans or no money saved. I no longer wear my head high when I now see the states, my street. What am I without what was you? I made it to spring, the flowers they bloom, and the trees they aged in ways I never knew. My tree. 'Cause the parts of knowing, and I'm spirit holding, and I see no trace, I heed no warning. I can still hear the winds on keys is passing, but don't you mind it, and I will mind it. And oh, and you minded and no end. Oh, and 'cause it's the ribbons by your face, it's the wealth of what we made. I think I need to brighten this up. Yeah, I didn't really set the right mood, did I, for an evening chill of wine stuff? Talking about death for most of the set. Gonna try to change it around. Let's change it around a little bit. I was gonna do one more, but it was like another grim tune. I was like, I need to like peel it back a little bit. Alright. But yeah, I like that one. I'm proud of that song. With the concrete at your back and the ghost now in your hand, I'm on the lighter from campfire that brings you back. I'll be straightened at the end, the promise you had left on the high street where we'd meet. What was it you said? 'Cause now I feel my face is turning, coming up now, feeling nervous, staring out a window again. Now take the wood for the fire, burn it up, oh, it's getting lighter, staring out a window again. But coming down to see it, to watching you leave it again. I'll be the seven sisters by the home, or the park car we left closed, by the mountain's edge where I lost my head in the snow. I'll be the street that comes and goes, with the strangers I wish we didn't know. Oh, the conquest, what's on my chest getting below. But now I feel my face is turning, coming up now, feeling nervous, staring out a window again. You take the wood for the fire, burn it up, it's getting lighter, staring out a window again. But coming down to see it, to watching you leave it, no, don't you leave it, oh, don't you leave it. And oh, sweet honey, come around again, sweet honey, come around, and oh, sweet honey, come come around again, come around again, come around again. All right. Thanks so much for watching again. Hopefully you're enjoying these. And this isn't just like some pity thing. I have a few friends who watch it, but I know a few other people who I don't know watch it as well, which is quite nice. But yeah, it's a really lovely treat to perform music during such a strange time. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely evening. I know that Radiohead are doing I'm not down here. I know Radiohead are doing another live stream. They do this every Thursday. They put up like a live show, and they put up a dish once this year. I think it's from like 2006. And yeah, it should be good. I'm technically suggesting you go watch Radiohead if you want to. If you don't, probably shouldn't, because there's better things to do. I don't know. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. I'm just like talking shit to myself in an attic room as it gets dark. Oh, it's definitely one more, and then that's it. And then you're going, enjoying the rest of your evening. The oh man, yeah. Live streams are strange. They're lovely, but they're kind of moving. The yeah, I'm just gonna play it. Have a lovely evening, and yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks with piano, which has kind of been like the one I've been practicing the most, because it takes a lot more. It's like a lot harder to do, I think. Well, for me anyway. But make sure you have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening. Hold me here and don't let go. He will be back and my skin still cold. We'll make the bed with our crown of love. The creases stretch back from my head to your toes. You'll fix your hair, I'll search for my clothes, and we will not speak, we will not speak, 'cause what's left to say when there's little left to know? Except he will be back, and I must go. But oh, my baby can't stay. He's on the way, and it's now too late. Forget where you've been, and I'll do the same. off my bones, but on my baby can't say it. He's on the way, and it's now too late. Forget where you've been, and I'll do the same. Forget what you've seen, have you done the same? Forget where you've been. Oh. Hold me here and don't let go. For today's you and me, I'm keeping the door open. Lovely, lovely. That's it. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Make sure you have you do something fun that isn't like a Zoom quiz. I don't know if there's anything else you can do, but have a lovely time, and thank you sincerely for watching me perform. Great. I'm gonna stop this now.